G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. This episode we cover all the important things like why we're using power to make water, to make power just in case we ever have a brownout. At the same time, we cover exactly what is a strip mall and do they exist in Australia. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Catch up with you at the end of the episode. Oh, we're making that tragic mistake again. Where we need power to make water to make power. I don't expect anything to go wrong.
Where?
Nuclear?
You mean the backup nuclear build? That's designed in such a way that it's self-isolated before it connects to the main grid.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So it's got like a mini solar build in it.
Okay. That's something at least. You know those spare efficiency modules we've got? Put them in the water pumps. It's not isolated anymore. It's hooked into both a copper mine and into the main train power grid.
Also, he's referring to the top left-hand nuclear, not the bottom right one.
There's one on the top left? Oh wow, okay. That's way overcomplicated. Okay. There's a lot of pipes in that one. Okay. So that means centrifuges are now automated. Maybe I remembered to cap the chest. Maybe I didn't. But there's no red circuits to feed it. Is that Bob's classes? No. Douse, fire, not... Does fire not trigger will-o-wisps? Fire did trigger the wisps. But unfortunately the mod is highly not multiplayer safe. And the way we keep finding these out is by loading up these mods and then finding out the hard way that they're not multiplayer safe. That's that fixed, that's that fixed. Go back to my nuclear problem. What's this? Oh, nuclear fuel, okay.
I'm very confused what that belt is, Peanut.
I was scooting it over. Someone else made a RoboPort build in the mall, so I was taking that one out by the where you were standing. Centrifuges are capped.
Woohoo! I went over there before and I didn't even bother to look. We got a strip mall with a neighboring strip mall. Okay.
Somebody said that we couldn't call it strip mall anymore.
Who said that?
So,
Because it's not a strip mall.
well, now it's two of them.
Okay, so for those of us who don't live in America, what defines a strip mall as being a strip mall?
It's a mall that's in a strip.
Okay, I don't really have strip malls in Australia.
So in America, you have the old school malls, which is a giant building with lots of tiny stores inside it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decided that they could just build lots of tiny stores side by side, not inside a building, and just with a sidewalk outside, like all in a big place together, and it became a strip mall as opposed to a regular mall.
Yeah, we don't get strip malls.
Isn't that just a collection of shops?
Yeah, it sounds like shops on a main road.
Well, they're not
Pretty
on a main road. It'll be like you go somewhere and there's a giant parking lot, and then you can walk around, and there's just a bunch of walkways with the tiny shops together. I mean, kind of like shops on a street, but not quite.
So the closest we have here is we have a shopping center where parking is in the middle and all the shops are around the outside of the car park. Right, with technically a footpath linking all of them. And I guess you could call that a strip mall, but it's in a giant circle. So
Yeah, that would qualify here, at least.
that would qualify, okay.
But, I mean, at least here in Texas, you also will have a strip mall that may only be like 6 shops next to each other. It's just a very small strip mall.
That sounds like a main road. Everything
Well,
I
I
know is
should-
Or
deals.
not a main road, just a street.
Yeah, see, ours tend to fall on main... Well, they tend to fall on streets that then become main roads over time. Because there's shops and people drive to shops, and therefore high traffic, therefore it becomes a main road. Like, it might only be a main road through a suburb, but yeah, generally ends up becoming a main road sooner or later. Alright, if I do there, that recipe, there, is that enough to feed a, not necessarily a belt, but this build? Probably not.
Cheeto, you realize all those turrets are dead, right?
Yep.
You realize you're now the target? Oh, the community maps in combat. What could go wrong? That's right. I could give you guys nukes. That would definitely make things go better. So blue belt moves how much material now? 45.
45.
That moves 25. Hey you have speed modules. Thank you. I don't... Bots! My speed modules. Can't have them. You suck, robots. All of you, into storage. The thing that makes a strip mall is generally that it's a planned development, single building, as opposed to individual businesses. Yeah, ours are all individual businesses.
Was that really all the biomes there were? I was expecting a horde.
About. Well, evolution's still really low.
Okay, that's better. That's close enough to a full build's worth. Alright, so again, blueprint magic. We're going to do that. Delete. Delete more blueprints. What other random blueprints do I have?
Hey Muppet, while you're over there, can you drop a train station at the end of that rail track?
He's going to say no because he can't craft one. But good news is he's fast enough he can run all the way back to base and build a train station and then get all the way back out there before your train gets back to base and then back out. Right, Muppet?
That is pretty much the answer, actually, yes. Oh no, I do have one. Can just make one.
Okay, that doesn't line up. It's all off by tile. One stinking tile. Okay.
It's called right-hand mess.
Hey guys.
Right-hand mess, that seems aptly named.
If I could get out a jump safe and have a train station.
You're in jumps already, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that fish wildlife mod's gonna go away.
I was in jumps while fighting the biters as well. That's why I couldn't tell you if I had a train station on me. I was just holding space.
Oh, holding space and hoping for the best.
Yep.
Combat 101. I have 3 bits of track. That's enough to ghost with. Okay. Come on, autosave. We're going to wiki link for a strip mall. I missed that. Open air shopping mall stores arranged in a row. Sidewalk in front. Strip malls are typically developed as a unit and have a large parking lots in front. They force major traffic arteries and they face major traffic arteries. Typically self-contained with few pedestrian connections to surrounding neighborhoods. So yeah.
I just don't think we'd bother distinguishing them as something special. They'd just be shops in some form. Plus,
No.
we'd probably walk to them.
Thinking about it more and more, like, there is, like, probably 2 suburbs where I can say, yeah, okay, that's probably a strip mall in that definition. Because it's literally 5-6 shops, right? Set up as part of a complex where, you know, they're all renting probably from the same landlord and they have their own little shop fronts. But yeah, no, it's not something that I would call common here in Australia. Oh, did I join networks? Is that a separate network? Nope, good.
If you're looking at solar, it was at some point.
It was at some point, was it?
Yeah, when I was on earlier, it was its own network, but it's been joined by the railway, so...
Okay. No, I just put down a robot and like 10,000 bots flew from that direction. I'm like, ooh, did I do? No, it's fine. Do we have 100% construction range? We do. Okay. So we got uranium in, which will get processed and come out this end. And then I need to deal with it once it gets to this end. Somehow. I'm going to use our belt and keep blueprinting then. Actually, let's move that back a tile. Yeah, I'm going to start processing uranium on the other side of the train tracks. The wall build, as in it physically made wall?
It was below. It was part of science, wasn't it? Because I doubled the stone brick going into it.
There's a build as part of science, that's for sure.
You know, once I get out of jumps, you'll see me respond with the thing that makes walls.
Oh, okay. No, the thing that makes walls is part of science. It just might actually have more science. The thing that makes walls, there we go. You must have got out of jumps.
Oh, there's no walls queued because the belts ended up with grenades on both sides.
Awesome. No, that's got...
Okay, it's fixed. Right at the end where it goes into, went into boxes.
Okay.
What I like is that you throw him still in jumps so I can see him running on the spot, but bots are still bringing him stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I hit almost 100 jumps right there. I don't know that I'm going to recover. I might just be done for today.
Well, as soon as I'm done with this stream, I'm going to... Well, as soon as I'm done with the uranium, I'm going to be done with the stream, and then I'm going to be taking that lovely mod and ripping off the server. Okay, so now I've done that, we're just going to make all this just going to go away.
I mean, obviously it's not just that mod, it's the base as well, but it's using as much as our belt is.
Yeah, that's the problem. Where was it? Right there. What PC do I have? I have a Mojo PC. It is a... I'm not sure. I am honestly not sure. I know it has 16 gig of RAM because it's never enough. It is a Intel Core i7 8520K. Currently running at 3.8 gigahertz. So a little bit overclock, which is all part of the boost, I think. I don't think I... Are you putting shit in my inventory bots? Screw you. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, it might have a little bit of manual overclocking in it, but not a lot. Okay, so we've got uranium in. And I don't have enough speed modules, so I don't know how fast this build runs. But we got uranium in. We're then going to take our uranium over to here. And really I want the build from last one, because there was a lot of trial and error went into the last one.
Oh, what you mean for the actual Covarex?
Yeah. I spent a lot of time screwing with the last one to get it good. Very good. So yeah, that's the CPU, 16 gig of RAM, a very, 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 very old GPU. Your PC should run this at least 60 UPS. Yeah, look, my PC is not falling behind. This little icon up here is the multiplayer waiting icon, which means currently we're maxing out the server. So I need to chat to Pingado and find out what's happening with his servers. Because I know Exterminator and VGG are both using his server separately for their extended rockets payload mod thingamajiggy-bob. We're still making centrifuges? 55 of them. Come on,
have you changed server?
Not yet. We're still on a GMA. But he did offer me a server.
That's weird, because I've never had a GM8. I've never had my PC more powerful than a GM8 server. Whereas here it definitely is.
Were you playing? So were you playing without an issue on the Saving Santa map?
I lagged before the server started lagging.
Okay. Because at the end, the server got locked at like 48 UPS, I have a feeling. And that was as fast as the physical GM8 server could run. And my PC was still running circles around that.
Well, I'm out because I just hit 250 jumps and it's not going down.
Alright, mate.
So,
well, I will do a server update shortly, and then I'll be pulling off the first mod causing the issues. We'll move forward from there. Also using 5.2 gig VRAM. Yeah, I don't have that much VRAM available outright. Bigger and better lasers. Come on, I want to change this recipe. Do I have robots? I don't. So if I steal you... Where'd it go? It's still a centrifuge. You're a robot, aren't you? Go away, robots. Okay. Now I gotta steal this centrifuge. There we go. Problem solved. You are gonna do Corex enrichment. Okay. So what do we work out with Corex? We wanted to go out and then in. Need to overclock it. Yeah, well, if the server is the limiting factor so far, overclocking it won't help. Although for Youthorn, maybe I'm hesitant to overclock PCs and leave them permanently overclocked. Okay, so you take in more crappy uranium than you put out. So if we could good uranium there, we then put out the crappy one, take in the good one. Same, overclocking makes you anxious about potential damage over long term. Yeah, look, if I was back in the cycle of upgrading PC every 1.5 years, I'd overclock without an issue. Yeah, I'd overclock without an issue. But because I am now on a upgrade cycle of when I can afford it, whole different story. It's why, like, I no longer overclock my PC. I no longer lapse CPUs. There's lots of things that I used to squeeze more performance out of my PC that I just don't do anymore. Running 5.2 gigahertz for the last 2.5 years. On what sort of cooling? Oh, server save. Alright, super, no problem. Have a nap. I'll see you in the morning. Well, I'll see you when you next swing by the stream, or you can come join us. All in one liquid. Yeah. See, last time I was overclocking, all-in-ones didn't exist, or if they did, they were really, really, really don't touch them with a barge pole bad.
A tree just freaking grew over the tracks.
Excellent! Did it stop the train? So did it...
It destroyed the track.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better.
Trees are the true enemy.
The tree's the enemy. That and the rocks. Okay, so if we bring tidy uranium in there and output it there, and then we bring in bad uranium all down that row, we should be okay. Should. Crap, which way's which? That way, I think. Now I set it up, I think I want it the other way. Yeah, I do. I bought. So I want to output there, take in there. I want to reverse that. I want to reverse that. I want to reverse. Yep, that's the right way. Nope, that's the other right way. Okay. Blueprint you again. Get rid of that. Pop it down. Nope. All right. Hi, train. Yeah, I saw you coming. Well, that seems like a good spot to end the episode. We can come back next episode and see if I get flattened by a train on the way through. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And maybe you've learned something about strip malls. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.